NFT, what is it? You may have heard about it. Let's go into detail and talk about what an NFT is. It really is what we call a non-fungible but fungible token, and it's positioned on the blockchain. That makes it a cryptocurrency in a strange way, but in this case, it's totally different than any other cryptocurrency. It's got a unique identifier. It can't be copied, substituted, or subdivided at all. So you have a unique creation called, I have a non-fungible token. Well, that non-fungible token is yours if you purchase it. So we'll talk about that and then record it on blockchain and Ethereum, and that certifies ownership and authenticity. When you buy an NFT, it is a truly unique product all by itself. So we'll look at that a little bit more, but it means something. If you have a Rembrandt, it is quite possible somebody went through and they had multiple different copies made of it. They could secretly forge it. You see all the different shows on TV, the movie, somebody sneaks in and they copy a Rembrandt and they sell it, and the real original is hidden someplace in a vault by some billionaire. You hear all the stories. Some of them are true. With an NFT, it doesn't matter. It's still a one of a kind. You can't copy it because it's encrypted onto the blockchain. That's what is totally unique about it. So it's non-fungible. In other words, something that's fungible, you could trade one for another, like for instance, Bitcoin. One Bitcoin looks just like another Bitcoin. They all look alike. Well, they do. Okay, one US dollar looks like another US dollar because they all look alike. Because they do, and they're supposed to. That means they're fungible. Okay, they're similar, and you'll have exactly the same thing. When it comes down to an NFT, it is non-fungible. Okay, by non-fungible means it's unique and can't be replaced by something else. It's like a baseball card, a one-of-a-kind card. If you trade it for a different card, you have something totally different. The same thing with an NFT. If you trade an NFT for another one, it's a non-fungible or unique token, and nothing else can possibly take its place, or something similar if you choose to do that, but it won't be the same thing. This uniqueness, unlike other crypto, that's what makes this one valuable. Now, I have to warn you, good taste in NFTs, being intelligent and making them isn't necessarily a requirement to appreciate them. In my mind, art is something that'll elevate your spirit and your soul to higher regions. I'm not certain that this stuff really does a lot of times. There's several out there that I think are wonderful. There also are some wildly crazy, eccentric, humorous in every aspect of it, but they're all unique and they all have some type of niche in the art world, especially for the artist. Digital artists in the world of NFTs can develop a long-term strategy of having a long-term funding stream. And we'll talk about that in just a second. So an NFT is a form of art. Instead of an oil painting, a water-based paint, instead of using that, it uses digital pixels, and then it preserves it on the blockchain to create a one and only painting. If you go on the internet, you see that we normally refer to 7 different types of art: painting, sculpture, literature, architecture, cinema, music, theater, and maybe now there's an 8th one called NFTs. Almost. Okay, but really an NFT, we can kind of pretend it's a painting, okay, but it really isn't. The several mediums are popular. The 5 paint mediums are acrylic, watercolor, oil, gouache, and ink. So those are the 5 main types. We may need to add digital art in that thing and have a 7th type of painting mediums. A cliché comes from a French word that's coined in 1991 to create a thing called fine art digital prints that use a high-end inkjet printers. A lot of artists will sit down and they'll have an original oil painting, and then they'll take it to a place that actually takes that oil painting and converts it into digital pixels and shoots it onto an inkjet printer, and it creates something that looks identical to the original oil painting or watercolor or whatever it may be. We call that a cliche. So with that, it's a high quality printing, and you may have, the artist may say, we're only making 500 of these, and they turn around and they sell them for $1,000 a piece, and they make money off of it. And you get to have one in your thing, then you have one number on the back, but you're trusting that the artist is honest, you're trusting that the inkjet printer is honest, you're trusting the fact that it's just really nothing but an inkjet copy. If they sign it, we call it an art proof. And by the way, if the artist dies, you get more value on it. So make certain, but I don't think it's good to wish an artist death because of the fact that you have a painting that you don't want to do that. So that is not very nice. But those are painted art pieces, and NFT is digital art. It's a different kind of art. It's not on canvas. It's put on blockchain. You can sell an NFT and not worry that anybody on the planet can ever duplicate it. You can't make a cliche of an NFT. You can't make a copy of an NFT. You can have somebody secretly slip into your house and take a picture of it, then transfer it onto canvas. And so those things don't happen because it's digital, it's on the blockchain, it's locked onto the blockchain, and it's one of a kind. It's value because of the fact it is unique. If that person that purchased the NFT turns around and resells it, the original artist, based upon the code in the NFT, which is usually done on an Ethereum base, okay, it is a smart contract. It can program the NFT when it's transferred to give them a commission, and a cut is often 10%. You may have a beautiful NFT and you sell it for X number of cryptocurrency, Ethereum. Okay, so they buy it and they turn around 5 years later, they sell it. When they sell it, they make money off of it, and so will the original digital artist. A lifelong stream of income through sale and resell. So an NFT, digital art that's unique, it's fungible or non-fungible in this case, and beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, even with a cat. Take care.